Hey, what's up, you guys? Okay, really quick before the show starts, I just want to tell you that we have a very exclusive and great offer for you. Now listen, if you haven't seen my show on full screen, you do not know what you're missing out on. We had a penis performer. Like an actual penis performer, and you could see it, not just hear it. If you go to fullscreen.com or download the Fullscreen app, you can see some select episodes of my show, Shane and Friends, Suck Less with Willem, which is hilarious, and Not Too Deep with Grace Helbig, and on November 17th, there's a new show about a girl who gets high and talks to furniture called Living Rooms, literally for free. Please do it. It's worth it. Fullscreen.com or download the Fullscreen app.
Shane and Friends, Shane and Friends, that's a show.
All right.
Guys, I am so excited. Oh my God. You know I have been wanting a dominatrix on this show for a while. We've had prostitutes, we've had people that dabble in dominatrix acts, but we've never had an actual doctored dominatrix. And we have one here today, Jenny Nordback. Oh my God. First of all, hi.
Hello.
We're going to get into your backstory and how you started dominatrixing.
Yeah, is that
But
the term?
before we get to that, so they handed me your book, The Scarlet Letters, My Secret Year of Men in an LA Dungeon.
And it's a big-ass book for only a year, girl.
Okay.
There's a lot of stories up in here.
So originally when they handed me this, I'm like, okay, I'll show it. And I'll say, like, go get the book, guys. Like, get the promo. But then I opened it. Oh, my God. First of all, if you can't see her, go to Fullscreen, get the app, because you're, like, sweet and innocent looking. And, like,
That's what always
adorable.
gets people. Like kindergarten teacher.
Yeah.
You look like my therapist. You look, like, really sweet and, like, caring. And then I open your book, and the first thing I see is, do you want me to try it with your finger in there instead? Are you kidding me? I can actually put my fucking finger in there. And then you said...
I'm referring to a penis in that particular scene, so sticking
finger in a penis.
in the dick. Yeah.
In the hole that you pee out of.
Yeah, urethra.
Urethra.
So that particular scene is urethral sounding is how it starts,
Okay.
where you stick a metal rod in the penis.
I've seen that.
It continued this particular... Well, and what's funny is you managed to skip to, I had one like very famous A-list client,
Oh my
and
God,
that's
who?
him.
What?
So you
Have you
skipped
said who it
straight
is?
to that top. No.
Can I guess? I'm
Charlie
good.
Sheen.
Yes.
Charlie Sheen for sure.
No.
See, those are that's like
I don't
the really
think it's
obvious
possible.
ones. I always get, people always
Man
guess
or
like
woman?
Charlie
Well, obviously
Sheen.
man.
Yeah, there is a penis involved, so.
Never mind.
I think
Old?
it's...
Young.
She can't say.
I don't give any hints.
You know what? I think it's something really random. Like, I think it's like Dr. Phil. Or like somebody, or Maury Povich. Or Drew, any thoughts?
Like an old comedian.
Yeah, like Pauly Shore.
Yeah, or...
Wait, you said...
Pauly Shore. The weasel.
You said A-list, not to shade Pauly Shore. We love him. But, so it's somebody like A-listy, like Oscar, like like George fucking Clooney. Oh my God, it's George
fucking
Clooney. Her face,
Oh
I'm a
my
psychic.
God. That's
Everyone's always like, you reacted, and there's like no reaction or a reaction, and people are like, oh, it was it.
Okay.
So,
for example, let's just pretend it was George Clooney, right?
Okay.
And he takes out his dick.
Yeah.
Which is, I feel like average.
I mean, no, this particular person, it was magnificent, I think is the word I use in the book.
Then I don't think it's George Clooney because that's too obvious. Because he's too good looking to have that. It has to be kind of an ugly person.
That wouldn't be fair, yeah.
So it's somebody who's not that attractive, who's A-list, probably. Are they dead?
No, not dead and attractive.
and attractive.
I don't relate on either of those.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
You're not going to get it. It's
No.
Rob Schneider.
I mean, you might get it, but I'm still not going to tell you.
Right,
so.
right, right.
Interesting. Okay.
We could-
So you're with this A-list celebrity. They take out their penis. It's big. Big, soft? Not important. They get hard. And then they say, put your finger in there.
Well, okay, so we should probably backtrack a little bit because we've like jumped right in the middle of the
sorry
book.
about
And
that.
so this was my like one time that I broke the rules at the dungeon because I don't have a ton of like really fetishes that are like people fixate on things, and mine are like more broad than that. But penetration is one of them. I like sticking things in other things.
Same.
So
You got a toothbrush?
So he, like, the first time he came in as a client, he was kind of a douchebag, and it took us a little while to, like, find our stride. So that's in the book, too. And, it was kind of funny because it was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, take your sunglasses off. Stop smacking your gum.
Sunglasses,
like,
gum.
Get it together.
Sunglasses, gum.
John
So then
Hamm.
we, like...
Oh, my
Who's in
God,
The
it's
Shining?
John Hamm. He has a big dick. He
think
wears
it's
sunglasses. He's kind of an
technical
asshole. Oh my God, I figured
Snaps
it
his
out.
gum.
Sorry.
So we, after the fact, discussed the fact that I have a penetration fetish. And so he's like, all right, I'm coming back in. So I was like, okay, whatever. He's probably never going to come back in. And he does. And this time he brings a urethral sounding kit with him. And I was just like, okay, so penetration is against the rules in the dungeon. There's no sex. There's no exchange of bodily fluids. There's no penetration of any kind.
House rules.
Yeah, so no hand jobs, no blow jobs, no traditional sex acts, which always makes people sit back and go, what do you do?
Right?
Yell at them.
Yeah.
A lot of it's psychological.
So it's my childhood.
BTW, Drew did say, he's like, I kind of want to be the submissive if we do something. He's like, I want to see
Really?
what it's like, how far I can go before I cry.
Oh, we'll get
He's
there.
literally verbatim said that. So
And
just
then you're going to shove
save
your
that
finger
for
in his
later.
pee hole. We're fine with your
No.
full screen, no rules.
Save that for later.
I think in like the first page of the book, Tears Turn Me On is on there. So
Really?
it's
You guys are imagining.
You should go to YouTube and look up some Draw My Lives. Some coming out videos. You'll squirt. Okay.
not those kind, not like sad tears.
Oh.
Like I've inflicted it tears is like, that's
Like, because you hit me so hard and I'm crying.
I guess
But I'm holding back my tears because I'm trying to be tough.
I'm not like a really heavy sadist. Like hurting people doesn't, like I'm totally fine with hurting you if that turns you on. But like,
Okay.
that's not my, I don't like get off on that.
Right.
But like there's this power rush that comes from like, I don't know, the emotional intensity that clients would sometimes give you where like they were going to this crazy vulnerable place in their heads. And I think that vulnerability and that human connection that you have with people is a depth of intimacy that you don't usually get in any kind of relationship with people, far less like these strangers who are just like opening themselves up and being so raw. And that turned me on. It was like,
Okay, hold on.
Do you think it's easier for people to do that because they're strangers?
We're going to hold that because I have a lot of questions and we're jumping. Let's go back to the penis finger. And then I have questions about the crying because I'm very confused. Jess, write down your question because I'm writing down mine.
Got it.
Okay. Because, like,
So much to talk about.
yeah, there's a lot. I have to, like, categorize
Everywhere.
it.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Finger penis. So Michael Jackson comes in, pulls out his big Michael Jackson. Oh, wait, you said
not
alive.
dead. But we can, if that's
He might
your
be.
fantasy, then
Okay. So it comes. So penis. Okay. Penis. Finger.
yeah.
Keep going. So he brings
came
in
in
the
with the kid.
sounding.
Yeah, okay. So it just sort of escalates from there. It's when he had a like large Prince Albert piercing to start with. Like this was clearly his thing. He kind of stretched his urethra through sounding over the years to like bigger and bigger sounds. Where like if you start with a normal person who's never done something like that, you can't. It's like a pretty small thing that you can get in there because it's supposed to be tight so that you don't like pee yourself continuously.
Makes sense.
But so he was like advanced player in this territory. And so like things are escalating and, you know, we're already outside of the rules and that you read the line in the book where like he was like, you can put your finger in there.
What's his face you're making?
Actually, it hurts my penis hole. It hurts hearing it, but keep going because I like pain too. You're gonna get some tears.
Yeah.
Okay, so your finger's in it.
Yeah. So then he was able to like achieve orgasm with a finger.
But your finger's blocking his cum.
It can get around it. I had a glove on.
Wow.
Hygiene is important, guys.
My God. Wow. Guys, get this book. And you said there's an audio. This, by the way, it wasn't going to turn into a book promo, but it is. There's an audiobook. The
There
Scarlet
is,
Letters.
yeah.
Now, you read the audiobook.
I did. I recorded it myself.
So do you talk sexy in it, or do you have, like, character voices?
I mean, there's like a Dom voice, right? Because, I mean, as you pointed out, I'm a mom. Like, I'm this, like, kind of sweet girl next door that comes across. But, yeah, I mean, there's a character. There's Mr. Scarlet
mom
who
with the
comes
glove.
out. So, I mean,
How
yeah.
does Mrs. Scarlet talk?
I mean, I feel like I need a line, but she's...
True.
Like, get over here now.
Yeah.
Would you like to be... Let's start slow. Maybe yell something at Drew as if he's your
Sub.
bottom, or what do you...
Bottom.
No, you're right. That's
what's
a
a word
term.
for it?
You can use bottom.
What's the right
yeah. Bottom is, I mean, it kind of depends on what we're doing, but
Okay.
submissive would work.
Submissive.
Slave,
Sub.
bottom, any
He's
of
your
those.
sub.
Yeah.
You're the Dom.
Yeah.
Now, yell something at him that's like something that you do a lot. Like, is there like a catchphrase?
Well,
like,
okay,
fuck
so
you
for
and your
starters,
mom. or
I'm not a
something.
particularly yelly dom.
Oh.
Like, I don't feel like I need to raise my voice. It's more
Which is
like
scarier when you
yeah,
don't.
it's the like, I feel like I can't
Do it.
No, I mean, it's like, get the fuck over here and get on your knees. You think this is funny? I'm not laughing. This is not a joke.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Drew, get on your fucking
He's
knees.
not.
Hurry.
I don't have all day.
Oh my god.
Get on your fucking
I'm-
knees. You better go.
My
Here, Drew.
urethra is expanding.
Hold this, Drew.
Oh yeah, sorry. Somebody
Hold
give
this
me
mic,
the
Drew. Just in case we
Grab
get
that
some gold.
fucking microphone, you idiot. Okay.
Why are you looking at me? Do you think you're worthy of looking me in the eye?
Oh my god.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Do you think I like to be called ma'am? I just said I liked Mr. Scarlet.
Ooh.
Ma'am is your kindergarten teacher. Do I look like your kindergarten teacher?
Yes, kind of a little bit.
Do you
Yeah,
like
a
it?
little bit.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah. Do you think she could? Is the microphone on? Can we
I don't
make
think
her
it's
on?
I'm not hearing it.
Can we make like, Drew? Do you actually want to see if she can make you cry, or was that a joke? Because I'll do it
Cry
too.
with talking?
I know, right? I'm curious.
I mean, yeah, verbal humiliation is a thing, and there's definitely like a skill to it, but I don't know that I want to take you there.
Right
Like,
now, I feel
that's-
like it would be okay, but later the memories of it would shake me.
Wait,
Totally.
so do you like humiliate like physically? Like, are you making fun of their physical appearance, or is it more emotional?
It
like,
kind of
"You fucking
depends. It depends.
bitch"?
I mean, some have like emotional issues. It's almost like a form of therapy where like they want to dig up their childhood issues and like work it out and cry and like they want to be humiliated for. I mean, the very first chapter is a guy who was like beat up on the playground as a kid by a girl and like sat on, and she like wrapped her thighs around, or she like sat on his face and like he couldn't
Go,
breathe
girl.
and he thought he was gonna die.
Get yours.
And it was like the most emotionally intense thing he had ever experienced. And somehow when he went through puberty, that first intense experience became an intensely sexual experience. And that's how he gets off now. Like he wants you to like replay that scene and like pretend you're on the playground and like beat him up and wrap your thighs around his throat and like
Oh my
be
god.
pretty close to choking him out. And that's one where like he's crying and but he's like also beating off at the same time, and like it's very
But I thought you weren't
emotionally
allowed to do
confusing.
that.
So that's where the gray area falls. I'm not going to do it. You can do it, and I'm not going to stop you. But I'm not going to participate in it.
I wish Ubers had that. I love traffic.
I'm sure
jerks.
they do. You've just got to find the right reason.
Okay, wait. So now that we've heard a really good story, let's get a little
Was it Lenny Kravitz?
backstory. Oh my god, yes!
I give the same reaction to everything.
Every time.
And you know what my reaction is? I like play the fantasy through and then just sort of go, huh, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
that'd be
playing
good.
me. Also.
Okay,
at the same
let's
time.
talk about one of the forms of humiliation. So I watch a lot of porn, and I've stumbled upon a lot of humiliation porn. I don't get anything out of it, but after I come and I need something funny, I'll watch one.
I like to
And
laugh at other people's
Yeah,
suffering.
and it's a lot of like,
As
you
one does.
fucking small penis fuck, like, ew, it's so gross, or whatever. And I'm like, wow, people really get into this.
Yeah.
So have you done that?
Yeah, so small penis humiliation is a big thing.
Right.
And it's funny to me because there are guys with massive penises who like to be humiliated as though they have a tiny penis. And then there are guys who
Assholes.
legitimately have like non-existent penises
Heroes.
who want to be humiliated for that. And in that case, I feel like it's almost a defense mechanism. Like they just assume that that's what people are going to do. So they've found a way to like fetishize it and they get off
Like
from it.
self-deprecation
And-
in a way.
yeah, like they just like that. It's gonna happen anyway, so I'm gonna get off from it. But yeah, that's a big category of fetishes that.
Do you ever feel weird about? Is there like a line where you're like, oh, I feel really weird doing this or saying this?
I mean, honestly, a lot of doms have a line where they're like, I don't do certain kinds of humiliation. Like they don't want to like emotionally hurt people like that. I didn't so much have that line. My struggle was often not laughing, as bad as that sounds, because like some of the stuff that they're asking you to say is just so ridiculous.
What's the
It's so
craziest?
out there. Okay, I had one client who it was the sort of I've been beaten up by a woman fantasy again, but he didn't want the like fantasy wrestling where he like wanted to go through the moves of being beaten up. He wanted to like lie on the floor as though I had just beaten the shit out of him. And he wanted me to like stand over him and flex in different poses. And all he wanted me to say was the same three phrases over and over and over again. And it was, I'm the winner. I beat you. Ta-da! And I could do it
God.
until, and he would do like
I'm
2-hour
the
sessions
winner.
of this.
2
like,
hours?
Yeah, and
Saying 3 words?
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
flexing the whole, like, so.
Are you like super tan? Like you're at like a weightlifting competition?
It,
And he's jerking off?
well, so like most of the scene, he's just like, and it was crazy for him. Like he would go to this really intense emotional place. Like
Sounds
for
like
me,
an acting class.
Yeah, like improv
parts
101.
of it, yeah. Well, and so I'm just standing there like, don't laugh. And I was
my
fine.
God.
Every time I got to ta-da, I was like, I'm done here. Like, and this scene is in the book too. And I was actually, when we got to recording the audiobook, I was like dreading recording this scene, just having to relive, like screaming ta-da and trying to take yourself seriously.
How'd you have to scream ta-da? Like angrily or like ta-da? Like a magic
Like,
trick.
ta-da!
Wait.
One of the funnier parts about the dungeon is like the walls aren't soundproof. So like you can hear what's happening in the rooms next to you sometimes. So like that particular scene, I've got like
2 hours.
2 of my best friends next door doing this like really serious interrogation scene with a client. And I hear them start to crack up because they can hear me shouting ta-da. So then I start cracking up and we're like feeding off of each other. And I could not hold it together.
But isn't it can't you pretend that like you're laughing at him because you
And
beat
that's
him?
what I did exactly in that one. And at the end of it, he was like, no one's ever laughed at me like that. Thank God it worked. Like,
Okay, wait.
Wow.
I'm looking through things that I wrote down, and one of the things I wrote down was electroplay.
Yeah.
What is that?
so it's exactly what it sounds like, where you're using like a kit that has an electrical charge. And there's different ways of doing it. So one of the more intense ones is like I described the urethral sounds. You can like attach electricity to that,
Oh
and
my
like
fucking
it
God.
can stimulate the prostate
Oh
that
my
way.
fucking ew. Oh
I've
my
seen
God.
a demo of that done. I've never done it myself with electroplay.
Wait, so I didn't know that was the point. They shove
A rod.
guys, health class. Your prostate is like deep. It's
a
like in
gland.
your ass, kind of. It's like between your ass and your dick.
You just
can-
changed some lives.
You can get to that through the pee hole, and they're stabbing into it with the rod.
You're not like stabbing it, but the like electricity is
Gets down
stimulating. Yeah, so it's like a hooked in that case sound. It's got like a hook at the end, and it's
Oh my fuck!
you're going straight for the intense stuff. But the like less intense versions of electroplay are like there's something called a violet wand, where it's like a wand, and at the end of it there's like a ball that has the electricity, and you can kind of run it along the skin, and you can turn it up or down. So if you turn it all the way up, it like stings and it's like shocking you a little bit. But if you turn it down, it's like just this kind of interesting, like it's sensual, like it's sensory play.
Is it like that like ball that you get from Spencer's Give that have like the
Kinda looks
brain
like
waves
that.
in it, and then when you
Yeah.
touch it, it like gets there a little bit
Yeah.
like static kind of?
Yeah, so like a little
I can
sort of
handle
version
that.
of that.
I can handle that in my penis. Like that.
There's, me too. There's a variation of the violet wand. There's like an attachment you can do where it like just goes through your fingers. So like you're running your fingers along someone, and there's like just a little bit of electric charge. And same thing, it's more sensory, it's sensual, it's not. And this is something I always have to clarify. People always think of dominatrix as hurting you and yelling at you.
Right.
And I'd say like most of it is not that.
Penis.
So much
Holes.
of it. There's a lot of penis stuff, but no, so much of it is more sensual. It's more like getting in your head and like depriving you of your senses and like making you really aware of your sense of touch. And it's not a lot of it is like positive psychological stuff. It's like sexy and like just kind of taking you. If you think about like rope play, people think of like you get tied up so that you can be beaten,
Right.
but rope play can be its own thing where it's so sensual and like just surrendering that control to someone and giving that power up. And I mean, the rope itself is a sensory experience.
I've been tied up like that once at a convention at like a place that like does roping and like BDSM stuff, and I was
Yeah.
like, roop, roop. It was
you
like
like
all
it?
around my tits. It was like not bad, but it was also in front of a lot of people, so I wasn't
Yeah.
like, yeah, let's
Yeah.
you know, but like it was cool. It was definitely like hit me in the spots where I was like, oh, okay, I
What
can go
about
on this.
fart play?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Fart play?
So
Actually,
love
my
fart
boyfriend
videos.
at the time was like super into. He wanted women to fart in his mouth. That was like
You still your man?
My
You
God.
still your man?
no,
Thank
no.
God.
This is not my husband's
You
boyfriend.
get rid of fart breath.
Wait. Like skin contact or like behind jeans?
No, he wanted like the full
fart in my mouth.
Yeah.
I want to feel the whole expansion.
Yeah.
The fart comes out.
So there are apparently women who can like fart on command.
Wow.
I
I
don't
can
know.
queef.
Well, and so that's the trick.
It's a difference.
You like that was the because I went into work and I
You
was like,
plug it.
how do people do this? And one of the like more experienced mistresses was like, oh honey, come here, let me teach you.
Babe,
Like,
you don't need Taco Bell.
Yeah.
So how'd you do it?
you queef and they don't know that the air is not coming out of.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you do the motion of queefing, but you plug your pussy so that your butt sucks it up.
It's not this.
No, not. We need to talk
Right,
anatomy.
a queef lets it out. But you suck up air in a queef.
Yes, in your vaginal
So
canal.
if you cover your vagina and
It's
you
still-
suck up air, your ass might get it.
I
You
mean,
know
maybe
what?
if you had
Try
like a
it.
gaping asshole, like, you
Yeah,
had
maybe
some like
you-
fisting or something.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, do you ever have to do that with a glove?
I have never fisted anyone's asshole.
Well, here it is.
Does anyone say, look at my ass and tell me it's ugly?
Oh,
I haven't had that specifically.
Because
no.
that's my shame. That's what I'm ashamed about, is that my ass is so ugly.
I don't know why
Are
you
we-
think that. I've seen your
Are
ass.
you
We're talking like the
No.
cheeks or like the like asshole.
The whole.
But nobody's is okay. I have a serious question about your asshole because we've talked about this privately before. So you think your asshole's ugly, but are assholes like assholes aren't known? Assholes aren't known for being
I don't think
amazing. It's
any
not like
asshole
a thing.
is really pretty.
So why do
I
you
feel that way
feel
about
that way?
pussies.
Yeah, like
When we're
Right.
like,
Does your asshole look like a pussy?
I think maybe it's just that no one's ever seen it. So maybe the first time someone sees your vagina, you would think it's gross until they go,
Do you want me to see it? I'll look at your asshole and
have
tell
you
you it's
seen it?
pretty.
yeah, that's what I was gonna
kind of, but I want you to like call me son.
Okay. I'll pet your head. Okay. So you're farting. Did you?
You guys don't even need me.
You can't fart.
Not on command, no.
Right? But if you feel one coming, are you like, do you like fart play? Because I got one.
Well, no, I mean, in
Piping
that
hot.
relationship, it would be like, yes, yes. Well, and he was into like pretty much anything you would consider gross.
Right.
And so like golden showers were a big thing for him too. And I had the hardest time peeing on someone. Like the first couple times I was doing it, I got stage fright and just like couldn't do it. And I'm going home and I'm trying to like because we started in like a vanilla monogamous relationship and turned the relationship into like a kinky polyamorous relationship.
yeah.
So, I'm like trying to turn it on and like be his mistress and like be all in control. And I'm like standing there like, I can't go, I can't pee, like this isn't happening. And I'm getting more and more like nervous and embarrassed. And it just like
and then
wouldn't.
like in your head, and then you're like, why can't I pee? What the fuck? Yeah.
You get more and more stressed about it, and then it just like doesn't work. So it was like mortifying. I had the hardest time peeing.
Do you ever get pimple play? Like pop my pimples.
I know that people are into that. I have never encountered it.
What about eating? Like eat a fucking Twinkie.
Yeah, so many different kinds of food fetishes.
Are you eating or they are eating?
It kind of depends. So I write a column for Penthouse of almost like deleted scenes that didn't make it into the book, of just like experiences that didn't make sense in the narrative. And that was my column last month that I just finished, was like food play of like splashing is what it's called in this case.
Splashing?
Yeah. So it's sort of the noise that it makes. So like sitting on a cake and like having cake and cream pies and cupcakes like smeared on you is a big food fetish.
I'd be into
People are-
that. I would do that.
People are
Sploshing.
It's sort of fun. It's like an adult food fight. It's like
Yeah.
something you're not supposed to do as an adult, and you're suddenly just like
I'd do
getting
spaghetti and
into it, and
meatballs all
it's
day.
like,
So wait, so you're not doing this anymore.
no, I'm not.
So and is that because you got married and had a kid?
I don't do it professionally anymore, to be clear. I feel like there are some women
Still
who are
splashing.
like,
In the privacy of your own home.
I was thinking about.
no, people ask me this, and I'm like, I have parent sex. Like, I'm just happy to get laid
So,
right
like,
now.
once
I have
a
a
month?
toddler, and I'm
No time for cake.
he's asleep. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Like, let's get it done.
No
But
farts.
yeah, the cupcakes are not coming
just
out
a
right now.
job now,
I'm
so you
in
don't get
a
to
different
do that.
season of life. But no, I think there are a few women who are like lifers who just like are made for it and do it professionally until they're like 70. And that's great for them. For me, it was like something I could do for a while, and I like learned and grew from it. But I started to get really jaded, and I was like sort of being a dick. And like, when I first started, I was so in awe of my clients and that like vulnerability that I talked about before, and that they were like willing to go there and
yeah.
like. you know, I had so much respect for that. And then I had done it for so long that it was like, I had lost that a little bit and was kind of taking it for granted and would like go in with a shitty attitude. Like you do at any job sometimes where you're like, I just don't want to be here. And I was like, that's not fair. Like, I don't want to get there
All
where
right,
you're
you want
like...
me to sit on a fucking cake, Tom? Here we go.
Fine, Tom.
Sorry, can't fart. No farts in here right now.
Yeah.
Give me the sticks.
Put your own
you're
fucking
like,
rod in your dick, Tom.
you're just like the bitter, jaded mistress
Cruise!
that like...
No, there's no way he wanted a woman putting something in his dick.
That's true.
I feel like there's no way he has a magnificent penis. I don't see that.
True. I need to refine my Google search.
No, short little guys have big dicks. It's like the universe balances everything.
Does it?
You know?
Maybe.
Wait, okay. So, okay. I am trying to figure out in my head how I want to do this. So our next guest that we have coming in for the second half of the show is a YouTuber, and he's mentioned being interested in like crazy stuff like this. So I kind of want you to try it out with him, but I guess we'll do that later. So we'll save that for later. But for now, maybe let's do a little session
Yeah.
with me and Jess.
Yeah.
Do you want to yell or do you want to cry?
I think I'll yell.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a
Ooh,
crier.
I'm scared because you're going to really
Yeah,
get me where it
fuck
hurts.
you.
I mean, I
fucking
could also
asshole.
like teach you guys how to like swing a flogger or something. I brought
I think
3
I'm good
of
at
that.
that.
Although I guess that means getting up from the mic.
Can we splash?
That would be everything.
I brought a cake.
Okay, so let's pretend like Jess is like she's a new dog.
I'm you're teaching me the way.
Yeah.
Now, and Jess is like, oh, I have these 2
I have
clients.
a lot of intimacy issues, by the way, and I'm very uncomfortable on sex anyway.
Okay, well, it's not about you. You're not the one crying. You're like, we have these 2 clients, Shane and Drew. They're brothers, they're twins. And they want to cry. And they want to be emotionally abused. And Jess is like, I don't know how to do this. And you're teaching. Guide her through it.
Yeah. So, I mean, before I get into the guiding, you've hit the nail on the head of like one of the hardest parts of learning the trade. Like one is keeping a straight face that I talked about before, just how much ridiculous it is. One is the interview, because you walk in and often it's a client, stranger, you've never met them before, and they sit down and you've got like 5 or 10 minutes to like figure out negotiate a scene of like,
Oh my God, okay.
so you're trying to
beat
like,
you down, but you need to figure out what part of it that really is going
what
to
do
get
you
ya.
want? How do you want it? And there's so many nuances to it. So like you talk about yelling. Do you want me to be angry, or am I like humiliating you? Am I a headmistress? Am I a mommy figure? Am I a nun? Like what, you know, is there any kind of role play there? Is like, are there certain phrases you want me to use? And that's before you get into like, what kind of corporal punishment? Do you want corporal punishment?
Right.
Do
There
you
are
want to be hit
questionnaire
with
you can
like,
fill out beforehand.
they should, but so what's so hard about it is sometimes these guys are coming in and it's like the first time they've ever talked about it.
know.
So you're trying to like drag this information out of them, and they're like just really closeted up because you don't know each other yet, and so you're trying to like not scare them, but at the same time I need to know the answers because, and the example I give at the beginning of the book is I had a puppy play client who wants to be a dog. So he wants to like gallivant around and be a dog, and I'm his dog trainer, and he's pretending to be a dog, and
I can do that.
lots of men are into it. And so he had said something in the interview about like I was his trainer, I was training him. So in my mind that flagged as like at some point he would make a mistake and I would have to correct it. So during the session I said like something about like, no, bad dog, and he just like melted down the way a like new puppy would. He'd like start shaking and he peed his pants.
Oh, little puppy.
And I was like, all right, maybe we should have clarified that one in the interview. Like,
But how do you know?
It's high stakes. Like, if you get it wrong, it's, you know, and sometimes they can't talk in the session. They're like gagged, or, you know, there's something else going on. So you don't want to like kill the moment by being like, wait, did you want me to do this or that?
Yeah,
So,
you can't like break character.
yeah, the interview is really tough. It's such a like learning curve. It gets into this really dark, nuanced place, especially with like,
Are you gonna be the next mass murderer? Are you
Right.
gonna?
or
who knows?
like the sort of men who like to play with submissive women and want them to look underage, where you're like, as long as you're,
Like the adult baby community.
well, see, that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, so it's like, where do you draw the line of, you know, if you are exploring it with an adult and you want them to pretend to look a certain way, then, you know, it's
Are
really
you gatewaying
complicated.
into the actual young age later? You know, like who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
Scary.
people say that, like, are you enabling it? Are you encouraging them? Like, they're going to go out and do this. And I think it's the opposite. I think they had, like, found a healthy outlet for
Exactly.
something
Right.
that could potentially be unhealthy.
Right.
But it is, I don't know. There are a lot of like those kind of moral questions that go on, and especially, I mean, there are ones that I look at it now differently. I was like 22 and straight out of school, and just like didn't give a fuck about anything when I was doing it. Now I'm like a mom, and I'm married, and so a lot of my clients were like married and cheating, and I was like, that's not my business.
No.
Like I don't need to ask those questions, and now I'm like, they had a lot at stake. Like, what was going on there?
Well, okay. First, two things. Number one, I really don't want like any communities to be mad at me because I love anything weird. I'm about that. I would let you chop off my arm and fuck my open wound. That's the kind of guy I am. Really.
Yeah, you would.
But I think you have to talk about this
fine.
stuff.
But
like,
there is a
not
line where I'm like,
shaming. It's like you have to have these conversations. Otherwise, you're like pretending it's not there. And I think that's worse than like I'm certainly not shaming anyone. I've written the book about it. I've done it all. I've seen it all. Like, but I do think you have to like think about this stuff and ask these questions.
Yeah, it doesn't make you bad.
Yeah, you're not saying. And this is, I've done interviews and we talk about some of the like grosser stuff in the book where like guys like to drink their own cum or, like it's stuff like that.
Tasting, it's fine. Drinking, that's a different story.
Afterwards, people like, online or whatever, are like, oh my God, that's, especially women are like, that is disgusting. That's not okay. That's whatever.
We
and
eat
I'm
it.
like, okay, yeah. First of all, I swallow it. Why is it like so much worse when it's your own?
Heather.
But
What an
like,
icon.
on the flip side of that, what I always point out to them, especially it's almost always women, and I'm like, if that's your knee-jerk reaction, where you're like, that is disgusting, I'm not okay with this, I guarantee your partner is never going to feel like they can actually open up to you. And they've probably got something that they're curious about. And it may not be that. It might be something else. But if you're that like knee-jerk person who's just like, nah, no, then like you're not creating that space in your relationship where they feel like they can really be open with you. And when that's missing is when these men are ending up at a dungeon. Because you're not like... And I'm not condoning that. Like, I'm not saying that's an acceptable reaction to a judgmental partner. But at the same time, I think you have to recognize that you are sort of creating that negative space in your relationship where they can't come to you and be like...
Or come on you, or come in you, or come around you.
I think we've unearthed something that's bigger than we even ever knew. Because this sounds like it's going to be everything. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with Mac, my favorite YouTuber ever. We're going to talk to him. And then we're going to bring you back in.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do this interview. We're going to do all of it. You're going to have some tools you brought.
Yeah.
We're going to do a whole session with Mac involved. Because this is everything. Like, I'm not going to...
Mac know this
I'm
is
not
happening?
rushing this. No, I'm going to ask him though during the break. But this is everything. So you'll be back later. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
I'm going to go... drink my pee. And when we come back, it's all happening. Drew, give me a, oh my God, I'm going to go pee in my mouth song.
I'm gonna pee in my mouth right now because I'm thirsty, no, because I just want it.
See you in a second.
Welcome back. I said, welcome back now.
Oh. Guys. First of all, I'm sorry if I sound shook right now. There's a lot happening. We just talked about penis holes, and now my favorite YouTuber's sitting in front of me, and I'm fangirling. I feel weird about it.
Your favorite YouTuber? Really?
I hate everybody.
Okay.
So yes.
Wow.
Let me explain. Okay. Mac does it.
Yes.
I genuinely, so here's how this went down, and I'm going to be super honest. So I got this email. I get a lot of emails from Fullscreen, like, want to have this person on? And I just archive. I don't even open them. No offense to the bookers. You know I love you. But, like, when I see, like, the subtitles, like, Carrie Lee is a slime. And then this particular one, I was about to archive because it started with, like, new YouTuber, but I think, and I'm like, I can't with this. She's going to be a gymnast. I can't. But then I clicked on it. I don't know why. Maybe I was drunk. And it was you.
Fate.
Which, by the way, all the stats were wrong. It was like, he's new and, like, he's just starting, whatever. And it, like, had all these numbers. And I'm like, okay.
Just starting for 6 years.
Right? But all the stats were, like, kind of low. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to click on this, like, whatever. And first of all, I was like, you get way more views than this, and your stats are wrong because these views are crazy. But then I fell down a hole, and I literally I fell down my penis hole. It was stretched.
Right down there.
And I literally watched, like, 12 of your videos in a row, which, by the way, I don't recommend to everybody because it was a lot.
I'm quite a lot. I'm sorry.
It was like an epilepsy,
Yes.
There needed to be a warning.
Yes, exactly.
But I did watch 12. And then Rylan walked in. He's like, "What are you watching?" And then we watched like 5 together. And then the next day, I showed Garrett, I showed all these people, and we were just watching all of them. I watched the same ones over and over and over again. And I said, and I think I DM'd you right away, like 3 a.m. Still drunk, and I was like, I don't remember what I said. It was probably gross, but I meant it. But
you said I reminded of you like 10 years ago and why you made YouTube videos.
Yes.
And honestly, when you wrote that, my heart dropped.
What a bop. I literally said out loud, I was like, oh my God, like, you are going to be hands down, and I don't say this ever, but you are going to be hands down the next biggest YouTuber. Like, you're going to be like the next Liza Koshy. Like, that's going to be you, because your videos are really, really good. Do you edit them?
Yes, of course.
Holy fuck.
So no, I have an entire team.
Yeah,
I'm
the whole team.
Like, it's just, yeah.
Team
Your editing's crazy and good and just smart and funny.
Thank you.
The funny jokes and the memes and everything. But you're just likable. Your ideas are good. I was like, holy fuck. Like, you literally in a year from now are going to be getting like 5 million views a video, and I'm going to be like, yeah, I knew that.
Oh my gosh, I wish.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm that serious.
He's actually really good at calling it. You called it with Tana.
Yeah. I mean, I'm good. I know, because I watch YouTube, and I'm like, oh, God, this shit again. But then yours, I was like, oh, my God. I've never watched 12 videos in a row. I mean, unless it's Karina Garcia, my queen. How did you get started? Like, so you started 6 years ago.
Yes, it was all off of a dare.
What?
I know. What a weird story. Everyone's like,
Ricky
oh my
Dillon's
gosh,
Truth or Dare
I want to
thing?
be famous. But no, it was a dare. I mean,
Truth or Dare has changed.
I've always like wanted to make YouTube videos. It's like in the back of my mind, but it wasn't until one day like a friend was just like, you should make YouTube videos. Like, I dare you to make YouTube videos. And then we were joking and all that stuff. And then we came up with like a big plan that I was going to start a YouTube channel. She was going to start a YouTube channel. We were going to grow a little bit, and then combine forces, start a channel by like together, and then like totally take over YouTube. Ooh. So I started my YouTube channel, and she has not started hers yet. So
take it over yourself.
Plan's great. You know what? She can take her time, whatever. Like, I'll hold down the fort, and then like, yeah.
So what inspired you to do the types of videos that you're doing?
Myself.
Because they're reactions, but they're not. Like, they're...
Oh, yeah, like I like reaction videos, but I don't like... I mean, I have a very short attention span sometimes, and so I can't, like, watch a reaction video all the way through. I'm just like, get to the good parts. Show me the funny parts. I want to see the laughs. I want to see the cringes. And so that's pretty much what I do on my channel. I just want to do what I want to see. Right. And, yeah.
That's the smart, you know what? That's the smartest advice to give a YouTuber, because people are like, oh, what should I make? What kind of videos, whatever. And I was like, you know what? Like, make what you would click on, what you want to watch.
Exactly.
Because if you make it, sometimes I've made a video, I'm like, I wouldn't click on this. And then nobody clicks on it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have made that. So it's like, that makes sense. Because one of your videos in particular, it was like, reacting to anti-gay commercials.
Yes.
Which, going into it, I'm like, oh, he's going to be crying. It's going to be a thing. I'm going to cry. Like, my mom's going to text me. It's going to be a thing, right? It was so funny. And I was just like, wow, this is very different. How do you feel about, because I saw you did a reacting to like racist commercials, reacting to anti-gay stuff. But your humor seems pretty dark. You don't seem like you get offended by much.
I don't. I find just all that evil stuff really hilarious. How people like go out of their ways to put people down. I find like the funniest thing and the cutest thing in the world. Like, why would you give them so much attention if you don't like them?
You should do reacting to beheading videos. I just laugh.
I don't think if I can go that far.
Right? Yikes.
I don't think.
Yikes.
I don't want to be banned from YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Yikes.
Okay. Another question I have. I saw... I didn't click on it because I still have PTSD. We did a sugar daddy website situation. They hacked my shit, like fucked up my card.
I was almost scammed too. Yeah.
Okay, tell me your sugar daddy.
We should have had him on before we got into this.
Yes.
We could have saved you all that money.
I did join a website. I forgot what the website was.
Sugardaddy.com.
Honestly, is that a
He
real
set me up
thing?
a profile. He was trying to get me to sugar mama.
I think it was called like Misconnection or something Connections or something like that. And I joined, and then this man who like apparently was like this rich CEO of a company, I'm not really sure. He like DM'd me and was like, "Oh, I'll pay you bi-weekly," and I thought that was 2 times a week, but that's only that's every other week.
Right.
I said that in the video, and everybody was like, Mac, I think you need to like recheck that. But yeah, and he was
High
like,
awareness, it's real.
yeah, but then he was like, I'll do that for you. All you have to do is just like talk to me and all that stuff. Just like give me your information and yada yada yada. And I like. He wasn't, like, on the app, you have to be, like, verified, and there's a way to be verified, and he wasn't verified. So I just asked him, like, can I have some sort of verification. And he just got really angry at me, the fact that I was asking that. And I was like, red flag. I don't know. Like, I really like money, but like, I don't know about that. And then like, I apologized. And then he kept on like asking me for like the information. And I just blocked him.
Well, did they? It's like your bank information, so
Yeah,
they can
my
like
bank
deposit.
information,
No,
like-
so they're gonna take all your
Like
shit.
my routing and my account number. And like, I know like if you give them the routing and account number, all they can do is put money in your account. But then he was also asking for my like user ID and all that stuff,
And,
my
like, bill it.
password.
Yeah, no,
And
no,
I was like,
no.
nope, yep, nope.
Nope, you about to get catfish and scammed.
Wake up, just $0 in my account.
I mean, that's just every day for me, but like still. Like,
And then I traced back because their numbers are on the profile, and I traced back the numbers. The man he was pretending to be is supposed to be like in Connecticut, but he was in Missouri. And so I was like, yeah, that's a catfish. Maury.
uncovering that. Look at you being a detective.
Okay, wait. My second thing that I saw, actually, I don't know if I saw this or just wrote it down, but so you have been around for a long time. You just kind of started popping off.
Yes,
but
I've been born for a while.
Right, forever, but for 6 years. But so, are you involved in like YouTube circles?
Like circles? No, I'm very by myself.
Where do you
very
live?
rogue. I live
Give me your
here.
information.
I live in the area.
What's
I live
your
like
routing
10
number?
minutes away from here. Yeah.
How long have you lived in this area?
In Los Angeles in general?
Yeah.
All my life.
Really?
Born and raised. I'm rare.
Hey.
I think we lived in the same town once.
Shut the
I'm not
fuck up.
sure.
Where?
I don't know if I want to. Have you ever inhabited the town of Downey?
No, but I was in
No?
Long Beach / Lakewood.
Okay. Okay, because I've heard someone say you were from Downey. But
I'm
that's-
definitely
I was
very close to Downey.
I was raised in Downey.
the first McDonald's ever.
Yes.
In Downey.
Or no, they're like one of the first in the state, but I don't think it was the first ever.
Don't take that from them. Okay. So, but you haven't been, because have you ever made one of those like YouTubers who are rude to me videos?
No, I've never met enough YouTubers to do that.
Not yet.
There's still time today. Wait, so have you ever had a YouTuber be rude to you and wanted to make a video about it?
No, I've never. I don't know. I feel like people are afraid of me.
Or who could be
love
rude to
that.
you? You're just so cute.
And you? Oh my God.
Okay. I think I also saw a video called Unpopular Opinions, but I might be making that up. Did I make that up?
On my channel? I don't. I feel
I
like
think-
every opinion I make is
I
unpopular.
love that. I think the reason I wrote that down was because I was like, you know what? He's not afraid to like say whatever the fuck he's feeling. Not afraid to speak her mind.
It's your Wendy Williams button.
She says what she feels, how she means it. Okay. Say it like you mean it. So, okay. Let's have some unpopular opinions. Drew, can you give me a we're about to talk about some unpopular opinion song?
Oh my gosh. You're trying to ruin my YouTube career.
These are not ones you hear a lot. They are bad, they will make you smoke pot.
They're bad.
Love that. Okay, I didn't write any down, but I was just thinking, like, I feel like I have a lot of unpopular opinions. There's a lot of things that I don't like. I can't with the Harry Potter. I can't with the Lord of the Rings. I can't with anything magical or happy. Like I'm in my dark place, and that's where I want
Can't with anything happy.
Yeah,
to. So let's start
happiness.
slow.
Okay.
You have pizza on your shirt. Do we all like pizza?
I love pizza.
Of course.
I love pizza.
It should be in one of the like major food groups that you eat every day.
Okay.
To be honest.
Now, Taco Bell. What do you think?
I literally just had Taco Bell before I came here.
Ooh, what'd you have?
I had.
Can I ask? Wait.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I love guessing people's orders.
Okay.
Okay.
stretch it out.
okay.
Do what you gotta do.
Give me a hint. Was it just a selection of items or was it a meal? Selection of items.
It was a selection of
I
items,
knew.
of course.
Nobody does a meal. Nobody wants a cinnamon shits.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. I like those.
Okay. My mind is telling me Crunchwrap.
That's where mine was.
That was only one of them.
Okay.
My other one, and this is a risk, but I feel like we connect on this. A chalupa. Because it's so underrated. The bread's amazing. It's soft. It's supple. It's good. It's drippy. It's, oh my God, fuck. This is a chef something in my pee hole. And you know what? I'm going to go weird and classic and say chips and cheese. I know that's weird, but it's fun.
Oh, no. You were right about the chalupa, though. I got the
Really?
chalupa. Yes, of
I
course.
knew it! That was the only one I knew.
I was the only one, but I also got like a double XL burrito. You know those?
Oh my God, that's what I used to get. A grilled stuffed beef burrito, XXL 2 pounds.
Yes.
Extra crisp. If you ask for that, they fuck it up.
Really? Okay.
Because sometimes it's soft and
Noted.
weird. Okay, keep going.
And then one of those potato burritos. I still have it. I didn't eat that one.
Potato
Isn't that what you
burrito.
Yeah, those are good. I like
Yeah,
potatoes
I'm
on any
told.
other shit.
Yeah, you got. Oh man, that was the one time that I think I made you cry, right?
No,
We
you don't have
ordered-
that power.
Later in the show, he ordered those weird potatoes, and they came, and I just started laughing because they were so gross looking. And I'm just like, "Here's your fucking potatoes!" And I think I was drunk.
What
I
are
don't know.
weird potatoes?
Just like it was a sad little baby cup of like gross.
They're called
potatoes.
Fiesta potatoes, and they have sour cream and cheese on them.
That sounds
Okay.
delicious.
It looked awful. Okay, I'll name a popular YouTuber, and we have to say if we watch their videos or not.
Okay, that's gonna be hard for me.
Okay, let's just look at our books.
Oh yeah. Are people stealing them? Where'd
yes.
they go?
Joey Graceffa.
I mean, not anymore.
Fake fan.
I know, I'm so fake.
You're the kid that comes up and says, "Oh my god, I used to watch you in elementary school, but I went to college and I'm like busy and I have like a lot of things
I'm like
going
a
on."
dentist
I'm like,
now.
"Fuck you! I know you still watch YouTube. I know you
Once
moved
I
on."
hit 100K, I just like stop. I'm joking. But I used to watch him a lot, especially when he was part of Winter Spring Pro.
Was that
Used
your
to be.
business plan? I knew it. You and Brittany Jowell. It's too
Very
old of a
fake.
reference. Who else is popular? The Paul brothers.
Who?
Ooh.
I don't know who that is.
Wait, no, who's the Paul brothers? Wait,
Oh, Logan Paul.
Logan
Jake
Paul,
Paul and Logan
Yeah,
Paul.
yeah.
Oh, I used to be subscribed to them, but then
Used
they
to?
got.
Just started. When you used to be.
I was when they first started, but then they upload like every day,
Bro,
and I'm
it's a
just
lot.
like,
It's a
I don't.
lot, bro.
Yeah, I just got tired of seeing in my subscription box.
I get it.
You should start a whole new series called Used To. Because that's
I
all
used
your
to.
answers right now.
I used to.
Shane Dawson.
Oh,
Of
don't-
course,
Used
all the
to.
time.
That's a lie.
Every day.
Say it like you mean it. Who do I watch? I feel like I've been switching it up lately. I've been watching people that I've had falling outs with, and then I feel like I'm hanging out with them again by watching them, but in reality, we probably still hate each other. It's a lot of that. Do you have any like falling outs? Like, were you ever friends with a YouTuber and then you fell out?
Yeah, a few.
Like who?
I don't want to name names. I don't want to burn bridges. But I mean, a few of them are part of Full Screen, and I was friends with them, and we kind of just like
Really?
They kind of just stopped talking to me.
Elijah and Christine.
No, I wish.
I know.
But-
I feel like I know who it is. Do they have a podcast?
No.
Oh, everybody has Full Screen. Wait, so they're at Full Screen?
Yeah, they're at Full Screen. They're people. They're prominent at Full Screen.
Really? Who's like a Full Screen? Go to
Like a
fullscreen.com.
party in the back people?
Yes, all the party in the back people. It's a huge controversy, and it dodged them when he walked in. Wait, look out! Type in like
I am.
Full Screen. Go to Google Images.
I'm just going
What do you mean they're big at Full
fullscreen.com.
Screen? Because Full Screen has like 500,000
I mean, they're not
accounts.
big, but like they're like a part of. I don't know if they are anymore, but they were, and we were like,
Apologies in advance. Not too deep.
they don't have a show.
Oh, Anthony.
Low
I've
Anthony.
never met Lohanthony. I have met Lohanthony.
Tyler, is that
Issa
Tyler
Twain.
Ortiz? Corey
What?
Cole?
Issa Twames.
Oh no, I've never met him.
Willem?
I've always wanted to. I don't know that many YouTubers, Shane. I'm sorry.
Wait, now I need to know who it is. Do I know them?
You probably do.
Have I ever like done a video where I put like a bucket of something on their heads?
No.
Because that was a dark time for me. I was doing a lot of that. It was a lot. Wait, Grace Helbig?
No. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You and Grace Helbig, huge feud.
Yeah, huge fight.
Who's
on it? Who's on it?
forever. She blocked out everything.
I mean,
no.
oh, I just named them all.
Fuck. Give me one hint.
Jonathan Glenn,
Boy or girl?
Corey Fogelmanus,
Girl.
girl,
Give me one hint.
Andrea Russett.
I wish. Never met her. I wish I had a fallout with Andrew Wilson.
O2L, all of them.
Exactly.
Every
yes.
single one of them.
Every single one of them.
Fuck.
Are they even part of
Drew
Full
I
Screen?
don't know. Drew Monson, right behind you. This is really
Exactly.
awkward.
That's
Drew,
why
who do you think it
Shay,
is?
I don't know.
Body, Booty.
This is driving me crazy. Okay, fine. We'll move on. Fuck.
It's a mystery.
Hannah Hart.
What? Yes. Okay, sorry. Okay, we'll move on from that. I'll definitely be asking you that after the show because now I'm curious.
Yeah, we'll get that.
Oh, I just burped. Okay. Before we get to the dominatrix situation, because that's coming. Oh, you're on You Now, right?
Yes.
I'm curious about You Now for a lot of reasons. Drew, wait, is You Now what you use?
Yeah.
So
That's that
You-
live streaming.
I don't want to
Yeah.
break.
Are you okay? Do you need help? Want me to come over
The
there?
wire's stuck in the.
Let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you.
I just don't want to break this shit. Let's see how it's stuck in
Oh, it's in your wheelhouse. Hold on, Shay. Oh, you fucked this up.
I know.
This is great.
Good pod.
Having a great time right now.
Left pod.
Don't move it. It's like in your wheel. We're gonna take this whole chair out. I don't know, man. That's fucking science. It's like up in the wheel and then in the wheel.
This because I don't use it really.
Yeah, this is from like we got to rebuild this IKEA furniture to get that shit out. That was
Chairs are
next level.
expensive. I saw them at a chair shop, and they're like $300 chairs.
These?
Really?
That's expensive.
I
That's
would not spend
expensive for
$300 on
a
something to
chair.
sit on.
Yes.
You got it?
I got it.
Technical difficulties, everybody. Ooh, just like while we're in here, do a quick little hey.
There you go.
Mm.
Look at this. All right, pop it in.
Thank
pop
you.
it in.
Okay, sorry, we're back.
Sorry I wasn't able to help you. I usually am pretty good with that kind of shit.
Okay. We're talking about. Oh, you now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you still on you now?
Yeah. I mean, I do it from time to time. I try to get like constant with it, but I haven't been.
Do people like tip you
fulfilling
and
my-
shit on that?
Yeah, bars and all that stuff. You get like a portion of it, and then you now gets the other portion of it.
Interesting. But is there
Really?
like, there's like you now, there's a you now community. There's
yes.
Eugenia Cooney, Drew Mountain. Who else? Like, who's like in the you now world that isn't in like our world? That's so mean.
We know what I mean.
Is at our level, like who's like trying their best.
Who's like somebody who like is like, oh, that's a you nower.
Oh, I have
Oh,
no
God.
idea. I have no idea.
Like, have you ever
Type
hung
the
out
word
with them? Like, have you
you-knower.
hung out with the Cooney?
No, I've seen her from a distance.
The Merrill twins?
The Merrill, yeah, they're the biggest ones.
They
on
keep
YouNow.
popping up in my life. So many
Actually,
people ask me about them.
you nower is a word because Zach Clayton wins you nower of the year in something.
Is
in
that a
April.
porn? Is that Clayton?
Zach
know.
Clayton.
Or is that the guy that played a Lizzie McGuire character? That name is ringing a bell.
You nower.
Oh, well, whatever.
Hashtag on Twitter.
Interesting. So there's no like you now drama.
There probably is. There most likely
You
is.
kinda
Have you
stay
ever
out of
heard
it.
of? Have you ever heard of Messy Monday?
Just recently because my mom got involved in a scandal. She got into a Twitter beef. She won.
I saw that with Lisa Rinna.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was the best. She was
My
like,
mom won.
"Whatever."
It's fine. She texted me the whole time. She's like, I'm freaking out. Oh my God, I'm
I
going to therapy.
screenshotted it and sent it to you. I was like, what is Teresa
But then
doing?
Messy Monday, because people had mentioned it. I didn't know what it was. And then after that, I
I
was like, oh,
still
get
don't
it.
really know who it was, but I know the person that does it, and he's very entertaining. And
Wait.
I've tried to listen to one of his broadcasts, and he talks about the drama, but I don't know
I
anybody's
thought Messy
like,
Monday was just a
face.
Twitter.
It's a Twitter, and it's like a YouNow broadcast. He gets like 10,000 viewers at once on his YouNow broadcast.
Why is Messy Monday not on our podcast?
Messy
Hello?
Monday.
Do they show their face?
Yeah, they show their face.
Oh, it's just like fogged out with like a.
It's just a mess.
That's everything.
No.
I didn't know that.
It has a Twitter account.
Okay, well, before we get to the flogging and the sloshing, those are two words. Sloshing is when you sit on a cake.
Yeah. Sploshing with a P.
Sloshing? You sit. What?
Splashing.
It's like if you
Sloshing.
sit on a cake and the noises make somebody come.
And then you just like put all the cake all over it. Or any food, really. It's like a
Right.
thing.
Okay, so my side job.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Side
Yeah.
hustle.
Side hustle splash.
Before we get into that, so what's your thoughts on everything? So YouTube, you want to keep doing it. Are you trying to act? Are you trying to do something else?
I'm everything pretty much. Take over the world, you know?
That's the plan.
Be a household name.
Because you're so good. And like, I'm
Thank
not just
you.
sucking your dick. We're doing that in 10 minutes.
Yet.
Okay, great.
But no, you're really, really good. And I'm just really happy that somebody like you exists on YouTube.
Yeah.
Do people tell you that a lot?
I'm so happy you exist.
I don't want to like toot my own
And what does it feel
horn,
like?
Like
but
everybody.
Yeah, I could tell that.
Because that's literally 3 different people said that to me. They're like, I'm so happy that he exists on YouTube. 3 different people. It was really weird.
Who are
and
the
I'm
3
like,
people?
it was Garrett, it was somebody else I work with, and then it was Rylan.
That's great.
I'm happy he exists. And it's true because there really is nobody that's doing what you're doing on YouTube like you. Guys, if you haven't looked it up, MacDoesit. Google it.
Mac, subscribe. Follow me on
subscribe.
Twitter.
Like,
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm just excited for you. Sorry. Moving on. Okay, guys, we are going to pause for a second. We're going to bring back in our Dom, Jenny. She's going to bring in tools and whips and things. She's going to teach us how to do it, and we're going to do it to each other. And I have never been more excited in my life.
ooh-wee.
See
It's
you in a
going to be an
second.
adventure. Okay.
Adventure time.
Wait, who was it? I probably don't know who they are.
I mean, I used to be really close to.
Jackson.
No, it was a boy. It's a boy. I said girl instead, but I used to be really close to Miles, me and Miles McKenna, we used to be really best friends.
Miles
we used to
J?
Miles McKenna.
Oh.
We used to be
I'm
really
so
best
old.
friends, like really, really, really close. But now, like, we kind of talk sometimes, but like
Oh.
they're always really busy, and yeah, we didn't have like a super fallout, but we're not like as close as we used to.
Interesting. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Do you want us, when we start back up, would you like her to be standing here or sitting on the cheap, sit on the couch?
Can she come from the ceiling?
I know.
Yes.
Or her walk in.
It's over here.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, so
She's gonna do the interview
She's
part.
gonna do the interview with us, talk about what we want to cry about.
Okay. Okay.
You know what? Yeah, maybe just have her sitting there.
Perfect. So she's gonna have a little mic on so she can
Oh, okay.
walk around as well.
And then
And
like
Drew has the
tools.
lav still.
I'm gonna take your handheld and give it back to you, Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So we'll have her sitting on the couch with the toys hanging around.
Okay. It's so fascinating to me because, like, I'm walking a weird line where I don't want to offend or, like, shame anybody. But when she said that a guy, like, peed his pants like he was a dog because she told him to sit, like,
This
that
one
to
is
me
a
sounds
bad
like
dog.
mental illness. And there's a
It
lot.
might be. I don't know.
But that's none of their business. They're not there to detect
Whose business?
the
Dummies and
the person being mean or whatever. Like they're not there
I
to
feel like I would be the type of
diagnose.
person, though, that would be like, oh, no. Like, Tom.
But the same thing with wanting a rod in your penis.
it got so bright in here. Was it always this bright in here? Did they turn on something? Uh-oh, am I looking
Wait, so
busted?
you grew up in Downey, or you just live there for a
Yeah, I
minute?
grew up. I don't live there anymore, but I grew up there. Yeah.
In Downing?
Mhm.
That's where my husband's from.
That's fine.
But I think
Yeah.
you look a lot
Do
younger.
they look whack?
How old are you?
I'm 20.
He's like from East Drive.
Okay.
Wait, you
Word.
started YouTube when you were 14?
Mhm.
Oh my god.
How old are you now? 15?
I'm 20. I turned 21 in a few days.
Oh, happy almost birthday.
Honey.
Turn up.
Wow, what is that like doing YouTube at 14? Like, I started when I was like 20.
Mhm.
So I still fucked up a lot. But if I was 14, oh my god.
I've changed. I've progressed. It's
Are those videos still up?
Thank you.
a lot of them are all of them are privated. I think you're going to go as far as 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing you won't be able to hear is if he starts playing music.
Okay.
Yeah, can we get her a headset?
We are.
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I'm
I'm
excited.
excited.
I'm not nervous. Because I
We
ain't
had a
crying
prostitute
today.
come on the show, and didn't she kiss you?
Yeah.
But she started whipping me, and it like fucking hurt.
You liked it.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, do it harder.
With a
harder.
single tail?
Like a, I don't know.
It looks like a
terms.
car wash.
Yeah.
Like a flogger.
Yep.
Okay, I have floggers, but if you do a flogger
She
the
has
right way,
floggers.
it feels more like a good back massage. Like,
Okay.
you can make it hurt, but it's like soothing and like.
See, like, I could
that's that
vlog it.
sensory,
Yeah.
sensual thing.
Put some Enya on. Quiet was late. Yes, Ian. Yes.
Whenever it all ends, I'm just gonna like play a song.
Okay.
Thanks.
I literally just have written down, cut Connor Fronta, Messy Monday. I love my job. And then I have written down, why am I crying? That's weird. Okay. Got it.
So you cry a lot. That's what we get.
You know what? Recently.
Recently,
Yeah.
Therapy's working.
But it's not in myself, but
Why
like
are you
videos,
oh,
movies.
Oh, I bet you wrote that down.
commercials.
We were like, because during the interview, like, well, why do you want to cry? Like, because it's more like you need to know how I've got to humiliate you, not
Yeah,
just
'cause
like.
when I start
how
crying, my
many
dick
yes.
goes inside my body. Like, there's no like turned on. Did you say me too?
a
get it.
great fact. I'm gonna tell everybody.
Follow Shane Dawson Facts on Instagram.
I never used to cry. I was like Mr. Scarlet. I was like hard ass, whatever. And then I had a kid, and like I'm pregnant right now, and I cry like commercials. Like, everything is-
I started crying at commercials.
Those
recently.
videos of like soldiers coming back home
Every time.
every time. Yes,
Every damn
bawling.
time.
I cry at the gorillas and like the lions. Like when like the gorilla sees like the trainer after 20 years, and the gorilla's like,
Oh, yeah. He's like, what's up, homie?
yeah.
or when the lion's like, oh, fuck, my friend. And then,
Yeah, those are good.
because animals hate me. My
Oh,
cat.
man.
Oh, my cat. Okay.
That's what gave you ringworm.
Wait, where's the tools?
Someone was bringing them up. And
Are the
we-
tools here?
We talked about what's happening. Like, are you okay with
I'm okay with anything. Okay. I'm an
And we
open
can't
book.
hear Jenny on the headphones either, so if her lav can get turned on.
Are there tools involved? And we can't hear her. Yeah, bring them.
Yeah, bring 'em.
out. Bring them out.
Does Jenny need this handheld, or can her lav be pulled up because I can't hear her in my headphones? Oh, I can hear you now.
I can hear you.
Hello! Just a nice little mic in the tip. Works for ya. Boop, boop. Oh my God.
There's so much. You know when like something's too good? Like I feel like I have a meal in front of me, and I have like 2 different restaurants that are both so
Like
good.
cheesecake and
How am I going to eat all this at once?
take it to go
And-
box. Wrap it up to go.
This is, I'm so excited.
I'm a little nervous, but not really,
I'm so nervous.
because hopefully I'll be in the position of power. Oh God. What if I get turned on by it?
You know what? Just live
Just
it.
go
You
with
know,
it.
just go with it.
It's Wednesday. Just go with it.
I'll just get in that Uber after this, and
like put it between us or something?
yes.
Yeah, we are good to go on this end.
You know what? I gave my Uber. He gave me his aux cord today, and I did it for the first time.
Oh,
And he said,
How did it feel?
he said, I like this,
auxiliary cord.
like the aux cord.
Oh.
And I always get weird about it because I get like they're gonna judge me.
Yeah.
And he was like, I like this.
You guys had a moment.
All right, they're gonna count us in. Y'all ready? 3, 2.
Guys, we're back. There's a lot. Dandruff just fell out of my eyebrow. There's a lot happening.
Welcome
Jimmy's
back.
Hello.
You brought some stuff.
I did.
Can you explain what Mac's playing with?
He's already like
sorry.
gently
I'm
fingering.
interested.
Stroking it a little bit.
Yeah, what is all that?
Okay, I brought multiple floggers
Got
in
it.
case we want to learn and
Just in
multiple
case one
people
gets
can
really bloody.
learn how to swing them at the same time. If you have 2 that are the same in the same length, you can swing them at the same time, and it's called Florentine.
Ooh,
Good to know for other
Florentine.
things.
My
Show you
nickname,
what that
yes.
looks like. I have a crop, and it looks like you guys also had a crop, so I can
Oh,
I
wow.
have one of those on
Have you
there.
shoved that in anybody's pee hole?
Ouch.
No, that would be a pretty big pee hole, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Well, okay.
I mean, the actual crop is smaller than my finger, but I also brought a blindfold in case anyone wants to get adventurous and
Okay.
not know what's
Why
coming.
are you looking at me when you say that?
I will look at everyone equally.
Okay.
I thought maybe a little sensory play. If your sensory
Oh,
depression
that's
is like
yes,
one of my
very.
favorites. And then I also brought a pinwheel for that end, which is
Terrifying.
it looks really terrifying, but it's actually it's not.
It looks like a mini pizza cutter.
Yeah, so they actually use it in like physical therapy if they're like testing your nerve responses to see if you're like feeling things. So it doesn't have to hurt, but
medical.
it's like
It's
a really weird sensory feeling. So
So I'm thinking what we should do is, okay, let's team up. Let's talk about what we want to do. So we'll go around the room. Drew, do you want to cry or yell?
I think I want to cry.
Mac, do you want to cry or yell?
I'll yell.
Ooh! Just cry or yell.
I don't want to yell, but I'll be dominant.
So that means
she was listening.
I
Yeah, because
cry.
I don't do
I'm
a lot
not
of
a
yelling,
yeller.
but
Got it. So me and Drew are both
But I
crying.
don't wanna cry. I hate
obviously.
crying.
Not a shock. Okay, so you make Drew cry and you make me cry.
Oh,
no.
gosh.
This could get dark. This could be your first falling out.
This is
Or second.
amazing.
Okay, so now we're going to do the
So we're
interview.
starting verbal. Okay.
So you're going to help us guide through the interview process.
Okay.
We'll start with me. I'm the one that wants to cry.
yeah,
So you're interviewing with me and Mac about how we're going to make me cry?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing we should be clear about is you want to cry from pain, like you want corporal punishment to the point that it makes you cry, or you want to be in such an intensely emotional place that it makes you cry.
Are you sure you don't do this?
I feel like, you know, we went to the like crying place, and that's like
Right.
going really far. I feel like
I emotionally want to cry because I can't feel physical pain because I'm so strong.
Noted.
hold my
Okay.
beer. I feel like what we should maybe do I get you want to go to the crying place, but I think what you guys should experience is that there's more to this than the pain. That there's like this whole sensory experience. So you should get to feel that like sensory deprivation, the kind of intensity of it. But then we can show you what some of the pain feels like. So I can like show them how to do it, and in such a way that like we'll start with where it like kind of feels good, and it's just like not that intense, and then you can experience what it's like when it gets like where you're like okay, I'm done. Like,
oh my God, I'm so nervous.
Tapping out. So
okay, so here's what we should do. I think we have a handheld mic.
Yeah.
I'll sit in the center of the room on my ass.
Okay.
You'll be behind me.
Yes.
I'll be blindfolded, and you'll be guiding him on what to do.
All right,
but I do want some. I want some verbal abuse involved.
all right, we can do that.
I want to make Messy Monday. Okay.
Oh my God. All right. So Shane, here's your microphone, baby. We're going center stage here.
Okay.
We're
I'm
going
like,
to
you
guide.
don't have a microphone, but
I do
You can
not.
just swirl that one towards you.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you can move it. Do what you
Just
so
Ooh.
what would
you
be
guys hear
better
me?
than sitting on
Yes.
your ass is if you could. Are you okay on your knees?
Yes.
want. Oh, do what she says, Shane.
So, because that gives
Don't
us more of a
fall.
target. Because
Oh, okay.
for like if we're using the flogger,
Oh my God,
sort of
okay.
right here on your shoulder blades is where we
Okay.
want. So if you round your back out to
It's scoliosis, but yes.
excellent. Okay, and this is, we would assume that at this point we've kind of negotiated what you're okay with and that you're okay with all of the implements.
All right, let's
and
negotiate.
Let's.
Okay.
Are you
okay with everything
we're gonna
that you see in front of you?
You're sort of a,
I'm
light
okay
to
with this.
medium
Okay.
player that we're gonna do
Great.
some
This scares me
Florentine
a
Really?
little bit.
Okay, I'll use it more.
But I'm okay with that. I like this, but I like that one better.
Okay.
What is this?
That's the pinwheel.
I want this in my
pizza
pee hole,
cutter.
and I want to be
Everything
blindfolded.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're good with everything here.
Oh, but emotionally.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what sort of verbal experience were you looking for? Do you want to be humiliated? Do you just want to be made to feel like?
I know what I want.
Okay.
I want you to play the part of a. I'm at the Cheesecake Factory,
Okay.
enjoying my bread, dipping it in my ranch.
Okay.
Not telling my trainer.
There's ranch
And
in the
then-
Cheesecake Factory?
Oh, fuck.
The best
that's
ranch
so
in the
good.
whole world in the gravy boat.
I've never tried it.
You gotta get it there. It's a gravy boat. Fucking delicious.
So you run up to me. You're a 14-year-old girl. You're a 20-year-old girl. You're wearing glasses.
Yeah,
You're in
let's have-
college.
Everyone's of age.
Okay.
We went straight for it.
And then you run up to me and you say, "Oh my God, Shane!" And I say, "Oh hi." And I like think you're gonna say like, "Oh, I love your videos, whatever." And then you say, "I used to watch you. I don't anymore. I'm in college and I'm really busy right now. So I haven't watched you in a long time. But do you still make videos?" And then I want you to talk about how you don't watch them. You don't know what I do. I
Okay.
suck
You're
now. You
old.
miss the old Shane. Where'd my hair go?
Okay.
All of that.
You got
Noted.
it? Pretty
Yes.
clear. Do you need any
Sure.
other boundaries set?
No.
All right. So you know what you're going to say.
Okay.
I love Jetty. Just being
So you
like,
want to
"All
be
right,
blindfolded
teacher."
too?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we are going.
careful,
You can do it.
Shane.
You're the dom here, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my
so here,
God.
I will hold implements.
Oh,
You
sub.
can-
Great.
Yeah.
So we're going to deprive you of your sense of sight.
Oh my God. Okay.
Another way of doing sensory deprivation, you can do a blindfold. You can also do earplugs and a gag, and then they can't see or talk or hear
Do we
anything.
have the gag?
I did not bring a gag.
What's the gag?
That's gonna
Where's the
make
gag?
talking into the microphone difficult.
I
All
can
right,
shove
so
something.
yeah,
in my- give me Connor
blindfold on.
Francis' book. I'll shove it in my mouth. Pass it over. It might be heavy though. Maybe Ricky Dillon's book. That looks light. Yeah, give me Ricky's.
Which one is it?
The blue one. Follow me.
Bill's book.
Yes, it's thick. A lot of pictures.
And now
Okay.
you're not microphone, so like if we can try to stay either close so we get picked up there, or maybe on Shane's. That would
Oh
be
my God! Literally on the back of Ricky's book is him
And
gagging
you're
on
actually going to
camera.
need to move
there you
forward
go,
a little
chat
bit. So
up.
move forward before we
Go.
get you blindfolded.
Oh my
so you
God,
don't fall
okay.
over.
See, I'm gonna have to
That gives us enough for
In the words of Ricky Dillon, fun.
So I just blindfold him?
Okay.
Am I ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready, Shane?
I'm ready. I'm scared. Okay.
Get in character though.
Here we go.
Oh,
You're-
okay.
You're an of age, at least 18-year-old
A
girl.
20-year-old girl. Oh my God, it's Shane Dawson.
Oh hi. Do you want a picture?
Wow, I just really wanted to say that I used to watch your videos.
Oh.
But then, like, you've changed. Like, once you cut
Oh.
your hair, you cut me out of your life.
Oh.
Like, wow.
So you don't even want to selfie
Oh.
with him now.
Not even.
Okay.
What do you
Like,
do with it? Like,
I know, like, I'll
You're not
just,
gonna
like,
post that.
take a
She's
selfie and then,
has-been.
like, throw it in the garbage. Like, you know, like, just make him feel better about himself. Like, if he actually has fans, then, like, don't, you know?
Yeah, those selfies were afterwards. You're like, why did I even take
Yes,
this?
and it's like
this guy's
laugh at it with all my
nobody.
friends.
Oh,
Exactly.
Wait, tell me that you would put hashtag fatter in person because that's happened to me.
Hashtag fatter in person.
And I'm crying.
More like hashtag fatter since birth. Oh my God.
So now, he said he was good with these ones. I'm going to show you how to swing it.
my
so you're right
God.
here.
Am I gagging?
Yes.
Not yet.
Okay, so make sure you got enough.
Oh,
room.
careful.
What
Oh
you're
my
gonna do
God.
with it
Oh
is
my
like
God,
a
Shane.
figure eight.
Wait,
So
what?
like this.
Figure eight.
There you go.
Oh my
So it's that
God.
downstroke that you want to focus on, because that's where you're gonna actually
down.
do.
The downstroke?
Okay. Ooh.
So as you're
Okay, so
coming
that's
Okay.
wait.
down.
Ow!
Uh-huh.
So you want to try to focus on like the shoulder blades. Don't
Okay.
wrap it up over
Great.
the shoulders.
Great.
Oh.
That does not hurt.
No,
It's
not at all.
got to.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good
All right,
form,
so
Mac.
good.
So do I
Yeah,
say
look at
harder?
this.
Relax, Mac.
doing
Get
this.
into it, bro. That's a Beyonce choreo over there.
All right.
Some, like,
So you want to
swoosh,
feel a heavier
swoosh.
one?
Okay.
Oh, God.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Do we go harder?
Oh, that had to have
Oh my
hurt.
gosh.
That had to
Wait,
have
do I
hurt.
do that? Can I try?
okay.
Let's try. I'm scared. Is that it?
He's
Harder.
shaking.
Yeah, you're
Are
Harder.
you crying
Baby,
yet?
harder.
Harder?
All right.
Uh-huh.
So you can sort of go.
Tell me you miss
Yeah,
the
that
old
way
chain. Tell
too.
me you miss the old chain while you're hitting me.
I missed the old chain.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you
There
can
you
slap
go.
my
Whatever
ass
happened
really
to
hard.
Shanae?
Hard on my ass.
Oh, that's
So
sounds like you
really,
like that.
as hard as you can on my ass.
Actually, really fun.
Right?
Do it as hard as you can on my ass.
It's
Hard?
like-
Okay, as hard as I can.
Shit, he's
Okay,
winding up like a
ready?
baseball
Ready?
chain. Look out,
Ready?
Shane. Ow, that had to have hurt.
That was my lower leg. My ass is a big target.
A little bit
so,
Try again, okay.
Did he get your balls?
oh my god.
Oh my God, Shane, look out
Okay,
for your
okay.
The
balls.
balls are inside the body at this point.
No! Did I hit your lower leg?
Still
again?
lower
You know
leg,
what?
but
Can
Okay,
you
wait.
actually like get
You want
on
me to
all
really
fours?
bend over?
Get on
like
all
a real
fours.
target.
Oh my God. And don't forget
like
the
full out.
down slope, Mac. The down slope.
No, he's doing more of like
I'm
a
gonna-
spanking motion here.
I'm
All
holding my
fours. All fours,
Okay.
bitch.
like that. Oh
All
my
right,
god.
yeah,
Oh my
now
god.
you
Oh my
gotta
god. Oh my god.
target
Oh my
him.
god. Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. God. Oh God, Shane. No, that had to hurt.
Wait, one more.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts me. Are you crying?
Isn't it weird that that did not hurt?
Yeah, right.
No, not at all.
These are not heavy floggers, and you've got pants on, so we're okay. That's why.
But I'm a heavy flogger.
Freaking out. All right, so
Drew looks like he's about
a
to
crop.
throw up.
That was interesting.
All right, so
You liked it.
crop.
I didn't hate
Stressed out of me. I'm tired.
Yeah, I didn't hate that.
Yeah, it's a
You're like,
workout,
"Can I get a
especially a
bottle of
heavy
water?"
flogger. Like,
All right.
You got Gatorade
so
anywhere?
get a sense of like what it feels like. Maybe
there's
hit
more?
yourself
Oh my
on
God,
it.
okay.
So
You asked for
the
it.
idea with the crop is you're hitting with this, not with this. All right, so you got to feel for it. Okay, so this one
Fly
too,
swat.
you can kind of, you never want to hit someone's like spine or kidneys
Okay.
or
Good to know.
there's like some safety
Because like
considerations.
failure and like,
Yeah,
like
kidneys?
get
But you
paralyzed.
can kind of go for the shoulder blades.
Okay.
You can sort of torment someone with it and like
Okay.
make them wonder
Okay.
when you're going to hit them.
Oh my god, my childhood.
But you're not. You-
So wait. So
He goes,
it's
"Oh my
like
God, my
tease.
childhood."
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm talking about. With so much of it is sensory play, where
Are you
like
ticklish?
it's psychological.
Okay.
Tell him you miss Shisa.
And that's you keep up your character. You're in character.
Yes.
You're
Okay.
Remember, he's
doing this
old.
because
You hate his videos now.
His show is so bad.
Like, oh my gosh, like, what even is, like, your pets? Like, oh my god, like,
I agree.
I totally, like, Cheeto who? Like, what?
All right, now give
agree.
him a real target
Oh
again.
god. What? Okay.
A real what?
On all fours.
Oh.
So
all
he's
fours.
not gonna.
Real
Are we doing
target.
my
worried
ass
he's gonna,
again?
like- yeah, you're getting it on the
Okay.
ass.
Okay.
It'll hurt
Real
less.
target. Ooh,
So
good
maybe-
one.
I think you got most on the other one.
Okay.
Kind of give yourself a like practice, get a sense of where you're doing
This
it.
is
I'm
gonna
gonna
hurt Shane.
Okay.
Yes.
That
I
was
miss
hard.
the old Shane.
Oh my God.
Bring back the old Shane.
Okay. Safety. His
No,
work.
that's too much.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That one actually.
a lot of.
I'm okay though.
Okay.
But that one hurts more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a more focused, stinging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think we're gonna move on, but I love that
session's over.
experience. But I think what I do want though is I think I need like I want an emotional breakdown. So
Okay.
Jess and Drew, you're up.
Okay, here we go. Emotional breakdown starts now. I feel like I'm really gonna make Drew cry.
Well, he'll give you the line.
Yeah, what's our safe word? Do we have a safe word?
We should have had a safe word.
You didn't
You're
have
right.
a safe word.
It's Monday.
You are sweating. I love it.
I'm really sweating.
I don't know what I should be tormented about. Should it be something I'm actually sensitive about, or something that would like turn me on to be?
That's up to you.
Well, you could either do your ass, because you were talking about that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
real. Or you could do something...
Like it's my first time showing someone my ass and she hates it.
Your asshole is the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, the first time you're showing somebody your hole.
Yeah, and it's like someone I
I
trust.
feel like I don't even need to
It's-
coach here. I'll
it's
just
Jess.
sit back.
I'm really good at this.
So Jess is playing herself. She's giving you a ride home, and she asks to see your ass.
Oh my god, yeah.
Well, I can't even see your fucking ass because you're sitting.
Sorry, babe.
Stand up.
What you could
that good?
actually, it's a really humiliating position to make
Yeah.
him like.
Oh, give me that. But, yeah, give me that.
Oh my fucking...
So what are we doing?
I'm not the. What are we doing here?
Well,
Tell me.
I
you're
hate
gonna
to be
show her
Tana,
your
but I gotta
ass
Snapchat
because you've
this.
never shown it to anyone, and
But I was thinking we would do the skit beforehand. You're taking me home.
We're cutting right to the ass.
Okay, yeah.
Get in my back seat right now and show
he's
me your
trying to get in the
fucking
headspace.
ass.
that.
Okay, so like, this is it, but I don't know.
First of all, I can't even see it. You're gonna need to lay back and really show it to me.
okay, but here it is.
Oh my god, that is the ugliest fucking ass I have ever fucking seen. Like, where is the barf bag? Because I'm gonna throw the fuck up right now.
God.
Unreal.
When's the last
Why
time
would
you
you
even
show that
washed
to
that?
anyone?
No, I do wash it.
When's the last time you even fucking put a baby wipe to
Talk
it?
about the hair.
God, it's so fucking hairy. I can braid it. It's disgusting.
Talk about the skin tag.
What is this skin tag that's right next to it? It looks like fucking Mars exploded on your asshole. It's so gross. Am I doing okay?
You're doing. I feel like I don't even need to say
Yeah,
anything.
keep
You've
going.
got
Talk
this.
about how you don't even want your finger in that gross ass.
Like, I have 10 fingers, and not even one of them I would put in there. Out of 10. And nor my toes.
I wouldn't want anything anywhere near that.
You know what? I'm gonna buy a fucking billboard on Sunset Boulevard and say Drew Monson has the most ugliest asshole in the world, and not anybody should never touch it and or look at it because they will turn into stone like fucking Medusa.
You could put a picture,
Wow.
but it would
Wow.
cause car accidents.
That
It-
was a lot.
Being like
You're gonna
this.
cause car accidents when I put a picture up on it because everyone's gonna be too fucking busy. They won't even want to text and drive because they're just staring at your ugly fucking hairy asshole.
Tell him that he doesn't even deserve to have an asshole.
Like, if there was someone on earth that deserved to have an asshole that actually like functioned and you could shit out of, you would not be that person because it's so fucking ugly.
Maybe he does deserve an asshole that ugly. Maybe that's why he has it. Are you?
Smart.
Is it?
Smart.
Is your asshole
Indicative of
that
you?
ugly because you were so fucked up in a past life that when God was like, hey, I'm gonna create Drew and I'm gonna give him the ugliest fucking asshole on this planet and he's gonna be inferior about it for the rest of his fucking life because it is so ugly?
You think it's funny that we have to look
Yeah,
at your
why are you
disgusting
laughing at my
asshole?
fucking asshole?
You've shown it to us, and now we're
You're laying there like a
subjected to it.
fucking toddler that doesn't even know what to do with himself, playing with his fucking balls and his ass skin. And your ass skin is so ugly. Your ass skin is probably like, get me off this body. I'm so ugly. I need to be in Uglyville.
I think the final moment I think you should sing a power ballad about it.
He is a magician.
Acapella.
Acapella.
Yeah.
His asshole is so ugly he doesn't even deserve a power ballad.
Wow.
Give him a power ballad.
You want a power
Just a
ballad?
chorus.
All right. Your asshole is so fucking ugly that I'm gonna leave. Your asshole is so fucking puny and hairy. Ugh. Go cry about it.
That would have got a chair to turn on the board. That would have had a Stina turning.
Just, yeah, the ugly asshole dropping on. It's the new bop. It's gonna be dropping in January.
How do you feel? I feel like you liked it.
Being in that position was what made me feel really weird. I didn't like anything being told to me. Like, it felt very vulnerable, like when you guys was gonna grab, or like maybe someone could see the little ugly hairs poking through my ugly ass.
Are you crying?
Tricks of the trade, right? Like if you just stand there and we say it to you,
Yeah.
like that's vulnerable.
It felt good
position.
for me to be mean.
Yeah. So that
I'm never mean like that.
as a
so
woman,
into it.
you
Yeah,
get to
it was
like
a lot of
say those
references.
things you're not supposed to say and just
Yeah.
like be that bitch that
I
like
dug it.
Yeah.
I
it's,
think I was
it's
pretty
kind of
good
in
at
our
it.
minds. Yeah, natural.
It's
Yeah.
weird seeing those ugly
each other
fucking
dungeon.
tits over me, too.
Fuck, are you fucking saying
Well,
to me?
they're fucking smelly as can be.
Non-consensual
I'm the one that wants to cry today.
Wait, is that a fun challenge to see who can make the other one cry first?
Well, I'm
it's
fucking
fun for
Android,
you,
so I
like-
rarely cry. I would definitely make him cry. I don't want to do that to Drew.
Yeah, I don't want you to get personal.
That would make a really great podcast, though.
Yeah, right. Just like
Full
bring people on,
Screen
just
is
make them
waiting.
cry. Cry factor.
Wow, that was incredible. Thank you, everybody. I don't
Thank
even
you.
know what to say.
I'm a
after that.
natural. I'll see you at the dungeon.
Yeah.
If this job doesn't work out, let's go. Fuck you, you fucking hairy assholes.
Well, guys, I don't know
Well,
what's
Matt
left.
took my job, so it's like I'll see y'all later. I'm just gonna be here on the couch getting interviewed. You know, it's
I
like
don't
any other
even
day
know
here.
where to go from there. I think we covered a lot.
Oh man.
We talked about asses. We talked about crying. We talked about your YouTube career. We talked about your ex-dom career. I think that's it. Is there anything else we could think of?
Is there a moral of the story out of this?
Yes.
Be yourself and don't be afraid to be who you
Be
are.
yourself.
And live your life. And
Cry
like
if you want to cry.
Cry if you want to.
Wear a diaper if you want to wear a diaper.
There's nothing
So much
wrong.
of my book, and I say it comes up again and again, is everyone's fighting a battle you know nothing about, and
Yes.
everyone's struggling with something, and like
Yes.
especially sex and not talking about it, and
Yeah.
like
Totally. I feel like I didn't even start
Create
talking about
that-
sex until the last couple of years. Like,
Yeah.
and being like not weird about it.
it's
Like,
like
comfortable talking
open
about
up that space for other people to be comfortable, to be themselves, and like don't like immediately get that knee-jerk reaction and make
Yeah.
them feel like they can talk about the fact that they want to be humiliated for their gross asshole.
You know what?
it. It was beautiful, Drew. I'm
On
sorry if I
that
threw you into a
note,
stupor.
Let's
Yeah.
do one more
About it.
exercise. Now, I've been in this situation before, and I'm curious what your advice is to everybody listening. If you're in a relationship where the other person isn't that experimental and you're feeling a little bit like, ooh, I just want to fucking go crazy, how do you bring it up to them? Like, for example, say I want to drink pee. How do I bring it up in my relationship
Good question.
and not get laughed at or not think it's a joke?
Yeah, this is
And then me and you will do it.
Like-
I think I want to drink your pee. You know what I mean? Okay.
Great.
This is one of the questions I get the most, and I get like emailed and messaged on social media a lot about this. Of like, you know, I've fantasized about this for years, but we've been married for 15 years and I've never brought it up. How do I bring this up with my partner? And it's really hard. And there's not like that's the first thing I always have to acknowledge is like you're not wrong. It's difficult to talk about this stuff. So I think what you first have to do is exemplify what you want from them.
Like
and,
show an R. Kelly video.
no. You have to be willing to like accept anything that comes out of their mouth too.
Right.
So
Okay.
like examine your feelings and make sure you're the same way. So if you say I want to drink pee and they come back with I want to eat shit, is your knee-jerk
That's
reaction?
relationship goals.
Are you then going to be like, oh well, no, that's my line,
see.
or are you going to be like open-minded and supportive? And
I'll drink
you know,
yours
like,
if you eat
And I'm
mine.
not saying. I mean, we've all got our lines. Like, there's boundaries, and you may not be okay with that.
Pull my
but-
finger, I pull yours.
Are you going to judge them for it? So, like, be prepared to exemplify that.
Okay.
And then, I mean, the next step is you just got to go for it.
Okay.
Like, trust them. And trust is such a big component of all of intimacy. And,
That's why I don't do it.
you know, yeah, any real relationship, if you're holding back and you're not really trusting them, then
You know what I found to be effective? And this sounds like a joke, but it's not. I was having a really uncomfortable fight with Ryland, my boyfriend Ryland.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a fight. It was like I was upset about something. We were on a plane, and I was upset about something, and I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to have a fight, and I didn't know if he'd even get what I was upset about. It was like one of those things where he's like, I know you're upset, I know you're upset. So I literally took my phone out, and I went to my notes, and I just wrote it down, and I passed it to him.
Yeah.
And then he read it, and then he wrote something and passed it back to me, and we went back and forth a couple times. And then we just like had a final like verbal like, I love you, and then it was done. I know
Yeah.
that sounds crazy, but it worked.
No, it's
so
great.
I guess I could just be like,
Like-
hey, Mac, I've been thinking about your pee all day. We're in a relationship.
Okay.
Been thinking about your
well,
pee.
if you're gonna do that, make it like sit down and be like, I think we should each write out a fantasy, like have both of
Oh,
you.
yes, that's good.
Yeah. So that and then it's like a 1, 2, 3 exchange, and one
Start
of you is gonna
slow.
have been more extreme than the other, and like
Right.
you've got to just accept that vulnerability, and you should be able to do that in a relationship. Like that's the one person in the world that you should be able to be raw and vulnerable with, and if you're not experiencing the depth of your relationship that you could be, and you're missing out. Like it's so much more powerful because it spills over into the rest of your relationship when
You're
you
like,
know
hey,
that
babe,
you can
remember
really
when you
trust them.
drank my pee last week? That was really great.
There's
like
not.
that. Like you're like shopping in Target and you're just like, oh yeah,
You've
remember
got
that?
a more fulfilling sex life because you're both getting what you want, and it may not be anything that dramatic, but that trust spills over, and you find yourself like opening up more about all the other aspects of your life, and like just being more open and less worried about them judging you because you've had the balls to talk about something.
That's my first date with my current relationship, I was like, they're like, where do you want to go? And in my head, I'm like, Cheesecake Factory. But I'm like, that's going to get judged. But you know what? I laughed and I said, you know what? I want to go to Cheesecake Factory. And they're like, oh my God, I love the Cheesecake Factory. And I was like, wow.
And it was worked out.
Peeing all over each other.
Eating shit.
Eating ranch. Guys, that was incredible. Thank you. That was a really good episode. Thank you both. I feel like very close to everybody here.
We've all gotten to know each other.
We have.
I can't wait for one of you guys to write an expose, and I'll be a Twitter moment for being a harassment. I don't know.
Messy Monday.
Perfect. Guys, go check out MacDoesit's YouTube channel. It's incredible. Go check out Jenny Nordbach's book, The Scarlet Letters, which actually I'm going to read. I'm going to listen to the audiobook because I need that.
Me too. I have a comprehension problem.
And it sounds really good, and I'm really excited. Guys, hope you enjoyed the show. Oh, man, what a day. And I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.